Do not attempt to adjust your device screen. We are in control of the broadcast. We control the horizontal. We control the vertical. The time has come. Please stand by for a live transmission from Halloween Daily News. All right, it is that time once again, kids. Yes, light up those pumpkins because it is Monday night in Haddonfield, and you know what that means. That's right, light them up, everybody. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Hello, Haddonfield, and happy Michael Myers Monday to you all. If you're new here, my name is Matt. We are Halloween Daily News, and this early October deadly dance under the hunter's moon you just stumbled into the middle of is what we like to call Michael Myers Monday Live, our somewhat weekly regular celebration gathering, all things positive about the shape, our celebration of the shape. And this is our first Triple M of October, our first live stream of October. And so if you're new here, thank you for being here. I hope you'll hang out. I hope you'll subscribe. And to everybody else, all of our returning friends, what's up, y'all? Happy Michael Myers Monday. We are back. We are live. It is Monday, October 6, 2025. It is, we're coming at you at our earlier start time of 8:31 p.m. Eastern that we've been doing our last few live streams, and that's been going well for us. So thank you for tuning in, and to all of our returning friends, what's up, everybody? I see Teen Wolf and David Suber lighting it up in there. I see one of our channel members, our illustrious channel members, Blake, lighting it up in there as well. I want to remind you guys that channel memberships are open. They're just $5 a month, and you get early access to all of our exclusive interviews and tons more killer perks. Just $5 a month goes a long way to support everything we do here at HDN. Super chats are open as well, and that's a great way to show your support. And of course, Triple M crew only gets 15% off anything in stock at our online store at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. Just use code Triple M15. All right, guys, we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot that's gone down since our last broadcast. I'm going to take just a minute and recognize some folks chiming in early over here in the live chat tonight. Curtis was one of the first to check in tonight. I see our friend Tim is in the house, lighting them up. Team Wolf, good to see you as well. I saw David Super earlier. The great David Hyman is in here. Let's see. I saw Darlene. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Like I said, Blake, one of our illustrious channel members. Great to see you, Phil, in the house. Awesome. Friggin' wise guys here. Lighting them up. I love it. Awesome. Hopefully we'll get some new blood. And again, don't be shy. Join the conversation with the regular crew. We've got a lot of news to talk about. A lot of video game news since our last broadcast a few weeks ago. And a few other things. We're going to talk about the expanded edition soundtracks of HK and HNs that are now available and they're out. They were released just a few days ago as we're gathering here tonight, and I've been listening to them both pretty much all day today, and I got some thoughts and some opinions on them, so I'll give you my thoughts, and I can't wait to hear yours. Got a few other news bites and some merch updates to get into, and maybe a flashback video, and of course some shout outs at the end. So a lot to get into. I see Byron checking in as well. We got a lot of friends in the house. Well, like I always say, guys, when we gather here, that means we made it through another week. And in our case, it's been a couple weeks since our last gathering. We made it through another Monday. And for a lot of people, that's the hardest part of the week. And for those reasons alone, it's worth celebrating. But of course, this being the first Monday of October, the first Michael Myers Monday of October 2025, we're celebrating extra hard. We got 4 Mondays this month, and if all goes as planned, hopefully we will be here live for each of them, celebrating all things the Shape and Halloween. So once again, I thank you all for being here. I see City Kitty in the house as well. Matt has checked in. Wolfman, awesome. Great to see all you guys. Happy Michael Myers Monday to everybody here. Like I said, we do have some news bites to get into and some new merch to look at as well. And that's where we're going to start. We're always updating on the merch drops. And I just happened to jump over to spirithalloween.com today. I'm slacking this year, guys. We just got done with our Halloween Film Festival this past weekend, and that's really dominated a lot of the last few weeks and months of our lives. So I haven't even been into a physical Spirit Halloween store yet in 2025. Totally slacking there. But I did jump over to the official website earlier today and was actually pleasantly surprised to see that there's a couple new items listed on here that we've never discussed before. And this one especially caught my eye. Look at this here. Check this out. What we are looking at here is the new kids Michael Myers pick me up costume. It's priced at $60, and as you can see, the idea is it's the kid's legs and his head and arms popping through, and then it looks like Michael Myers is carrying the kid around. This is hilarious. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I saw this. I was like, this is pretty hilarious. We've seen these type costumes around forever. Now we have an officially licensed Michael Myers. Halloween 2, no less, with the blood tears, rocking the blood tears. Available right now from spirithalloween.com. And I did have time and think ahead this time to put the link down below in the description where you can find it right now in stock online. And I know some of you, whether you've got kids or whether your kids are already grown and can't use this, I know plenty of you are going to snatch it up anyway and have to add it to your collection. And I might be among you with that. This is awesome. And yet another one of those items that I talk about all the time that I file under that is just awesome because it exists, because somebody actually made it happen. And check this out. I've seen these online, but not available on Spirit until today, and I don't know when actually it went up, but priced at $30. This is the officially licensed Halloween 2 VHS wristlet bag. Totally cool with the vintage VHS look. And look, when it opens up, it's got the pumpkin, poster pumpkin on it. It's got the VHS. I mean, that is really cool. The back, it's accurate to go with the case. Dick Warlock, Michael Myers. I mean, this thing is sick. It's so cool. Look at the inside. That's so cool. It's awesome. And again, these items that we're talking about here from SpiritHalloween.com, I did put affiliate links in the description of this video where you can get them in stock right now. This is priced at $30. Look at that though, the knife on the side like that. I mean, with just a little bit of blood on the tip. That is so awesome. And I love how the blood is like orange too. That's extra awesome. Okay. So what else do we have on here? There was another item that I saw that we've never discussed on here. Oh yeah, here, I'll let you see, we'll look at it together here. We've got a women's Michael Myers jumpsuit coveralls. I think they've had them on there before, but this is just a slight variation. There's a hoodie, there's a jersey, and there's this tin. And you guys, some of the collectors in the crew have talked before about this tin, and it is priced at $20, and it is of course the H78 poster pumpkin with knife blood splattered in the side of it. They call it a sign. It's not really a sign, I don't think, because it doesn't have any words on it, but it's pretty awesome. I really want this now, and I'm glad that it's finally on the website. I had heard about it and seen it on some of y'all's Instagram posts and figured I would have to find it out in the wild at a physical store, but now here it is on the website. And then, in addition to all these other items that we've talked about, the awesome H2 string lights, the mini Michael Horror Baby, of course, the neon H2, the slippers, all the stuff we've talked about at various times. But I wanted to make sure you're aware, last year's hot item, one of the most sought after items of 2024, and it has sold out a few times already in 2025. The Halloween 2 poster pumpkin light up statue is currently back in stock, and look, it's actually down a few dollars from what it was last year. I think I paid $50 for it when I got mine, but here it is at $47. So there you go. Links to those down below. And they've also got some T-shirts on there and some other stuff that is kind of new that they've had in stores and at Spencer's, but not available on the Spirit website until now. So check all that out when you get a chance. Checking in with the live chat before we move on to our next news bite. I see Josh Smith, our buddy, has checked in. What's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday to you. Sonia's in the house. What's up? Darlene finally picked up the pumpkin. Yes, last year. City Kitty finally got her H2 pumpkin. Awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. I love mine. It's great. Has a place of honor in our living room, actually. All right, and but that's not all. This March update comes to us not from an official announcement quite yet, but it's been circulating all over online. This was posted on Instagram by the terror.pops account, and apparently we are getting a new officially licensed Halloween 2 Michael Myers pop figure, um, reportedly to be a Hot Topic Scare Fair 2025 exclusive, releasing very soon, being early October 2025. And as you can see here, there's some other new horror pops coming in that release as well. But of course, in H2, again, with Blood Tears Michael, yeah, definitely gonna have to own that. I have not seen it officially announced yet, though. That has all been posted from various unconfirmed social media posts. So, of course, we'll let you know as soon as it's official. And if you guys do have an official link, let me know. Please share it. And another quick news bite that we talked about before, but we've got even more to celebrate now. Um, it's become a tradition in recent years, really over the past decade, for John Carpenter's Halloween to be re released in theaters. And then a few years back, after they had released Carpenter's for a few years in a row, they started adding H4 and H5 at select theaters. And they even did this during the shutdown, during the pandemic, when there was only drive-thrus. And it did a whole drive-through tour. And so now those films are back in select theaters right now this month, October 2025. And we've talked about that before, but what we haven't talked about is the fact that Halloween 2 is also back for one night only. And we did talk about that during our last report. But the part we weren't sure about yet, and that we're so excited for, is that there's actually going to be, speaking of Michael Myers H2 Blood Tears, there's actually going to be a Michael Myers H2 popcorn bucket exclusive at Cinemark theaters that are playing Halloween 2. The bucket is available starting tomorrow, October 7th. Halloween 2 returns to theaters October 17th. That's next Friday as we're recording this now. And here is the official Cinemark account on Threads sharing the official Michael Myers popcorn bucket. These popcorn buckets have been just all the rage here in the last year or so. It wasn't always quite like this, but now it's just been this trend over and over that every movie that comes out, they got to do a popcorn bucket, or in some cases, multiple popcorn buckets. And so here we go, our boy Michael the Shape. I love that it's H2 and I love that it's Blood Tears. I gotta say, you guys know I got such a soft spot for H2, and really cool that H2 is getting this re-release this year, along with the original H78 as well as H4 and H5. And Halloween 2 is, as I said, playing at select Cinemark theater locations on October 17th only. The original Halloween as well as H4 and H5 are playing in various select theaters throughout the month of October, and you can check your local listings or just go to HalloweenDailyNews.com, click on our article, and we've got links in there to send you where you can find out where you can catch them on the big screen. And of course, that begs the next question for all of you watching. Let us hear from you in the comments. Are you going to see Halloween 2, Halloween 4, and or Halloween 5 on the big screen this month. We want to hear from you. And right now in the live chat as well, how many of you have already bought your tickets to one of these screenings? One or all of these screenings, I should say to you guys. All right, jumping back over here into the live chat for just a minute to get some thoughts on that sick Michael Myers popcorn bucket. Let's see. Teen Wolf says Cinemark has an online store. Okay, well then you better be checking that tomorrow, I guess, because they're saying that it is going to be available in theaters tomorrow. So I don't know. Does that mean uh, on their website as well? I imagine so, probably. Yeah, that's what Dave Suber's saying. We can only hope they have them online. What's up, Matt Wolfman? Huge fan. Me and my dad love the movies. Awesome. I love it. They're great movies to bond over, for sure. Yes, Team Wolf, I saw that YouTube's. I talked about that on the last broadcast, but yeah, it's awesome. I want to get that one too. I'm going to get that one. Darlene says, funny costume. Yeah, it's a hilarious costume. I can't wait to see somebody. I hope, we do our local parade every year. I've talked about it before, our Outer Banks Halloween parade. Again, any of you guys in North Carolina or on the East Coast, come on down and hang out with us October 26th. But I would love to see one of the kids show up in that costume this year. That would be so awesome. Every year there's usually a Michael Myers or two. Um, my traditional costume is Dr. Loomis. Every now and then I change it up, but I like being Dr. Loomis because nobody else usually picks that one, and there is usually a Michael that I can start screaming at. I shot him 6 times. What's up, Tim? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Oh yeah, David. They should. Are they showing it in the UK? They should if they're not. Oh, I didn't think about that. That they might have more H2 merch beyond just the bucket. I didn't think about that, but you're right. They could. Team Wolf. All right. So let's uh let's go into our next news item this evening. Give me 1 second, guys, while I queue it up. All right. So as we've talked about before, the expanded editions of the Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends soundtracks have finally been unleashed. They were officially released on October 3rd, and as we're recording this on October 6th, they are out. along with, of course, the expanded edition of 2018 being reissued with new artwork. And now all three are available as the complete expanded collection box set. And there's tons of different, vinyl sets and all that good stuff that you can get your hands on. Now, um, I was busy over the weekend, like I said, with our film festival, so I didn't even have a chance to really listen to the new tracks until today. At least not all of them until today, as we're recording this, Michael Myers Monday, October 6th. And so that's pretty much what I've been listening to all day. Are these new previously unreleased tracks, and some are literally not even like full tracks; they're like cues, but there's some really notable stuff in there that I want to talk about. And we're going to start with kills, and I'll give you just some thoughts that I've got on this. We've talked about the artwork before. It looks stunning. And of course, you can get that poster with it, and all the different uh, vinyl variants you can get a hold of. And but here we're going to go down here and look at the track list. And what's really awesome is with Halloween Kills on this expanded edition of the soundtrack, there are an additional, believe it or not, 25 tracks from what was on the original release. And a large part of that is because, if you'll recall, these tracks include the extended cut music. And they did release that extended cut of HK with the added scenes. And that's actually some of my uh, favorite stuff on here. So you can go through and you can see here on the Sacred Bones website, they've put a little star next to the tracks that are new, and you've got so many new ones here on the Halloween Kills soundtrack. Hawkins Discovered, Flashback, which is that great throwback to the Shape Stalks theme that kicks off the flashback sequence in HK. Um, you've got so many little moments that are from that extended cut as well. Now, a couple of these tracks, like I said, are very short. They're literally just like cues, but some are just really good. Like track 17, Massacre. That's kind of when you're seeing the damage that Michael did to all the firefighters, and then there's the very next track, Someone's in the Car. That was a standout to me. That's when who we find out later is Tivoli. He's in Vanessa's car, and they're kind of going out there with Tommy to investigate that. Um, and then some of what I liked the most. There's also Disturbed Man. That's more of the Tivoli section of the movie when the mob is really getting crazy at the hospital. But what I really loved are some of these here at the end. Back to his sister's room. This is the very end of the movie when Karen makes that fateful walk back into the Myers house, back up the stairs into his sister's room. There's Final Kill, which is actually when he's kind of doing what I call basically a kind of a psycho montage. The way it's shot, the way they're stabbing, the way she's kind of blocking. And I love the music in that as well. It's kind of just chaotic and crazy, and I just love that scene. And I love that we finally have that track and that sequence here released publicly. And then track 44, the second to last track, I love. It's called Michael Answers, and that is specifically from that extended cut ending where Laurie is calling Karen's cell phone, and ultimately Michael picks up in the extended cut, and Laurie just hears him breathing, and there's this kind of slow motion moment of Laurie walking down the hallway in the hospital, and that's how the movie ends. And this is the music to that moment. It's called Michael Answers, and it's a great moment in the extended cut. One of my favorite moments in the extended cut, and it actually is one of the best tracks on the Halloween Kills extended edition, if you ask me. But of course, we've got much more than just those 25 previously unreleased tracks. Look at this insane poster, by the way, that you can get with the Ends soundtrack and the blood splatter vinyl. But I love that poster. I just love that artwork. But but on Halloween Ends, not quite as many new tracks. There are 10 new tracks on the Halloween Ends soundtrack. 10 previously unreleased tracks. And here you can see they are starred with an asterisk. They are track 5, Tire Slash, track 11, Walk With Me, 13, In the Restaurant. You'll see a theme here. A lot of these tracks are very much in the Corey and Allison part of the movie, and not so much the shape parts of the movie. There is Bridge Fight, track 14. That's one of the standout tracks for me of these 10 new ones. I really like that moment, and you'll remember that moment when the band bullies kind of jump poor Corey there on the bridge and throw him over the bridge to be found by the shape. And then there's actually track 16, actually called Corey and Allison. Goes without saying. It's very Corey and Allison, but I really like that track, actually. I'd say that's one of my favorites of these new unreleased tracks as well. There's Side of the Road, track 17. Track 19 is Slap. 21 is Take the Mask. That was already released ahead of the full release. Track 24 is Suicide. That is a new track, and you'll remember that moment in the movie where a lot of us, I don't know, I mean, I kind of thought maybe Lori was going to take herself out in that moment, and man, would that have been a disappointing way to see this unbelievable badass heroine character go out. So I'm glad they didn't go that route, but great music, incredibly emotional music during that moment. And what you'll see in all 10 of these tracks, in my opinion, is they are all very much like a lot of Halloween Ends, atypical of what you might expect from these soundtracks, meaning that they are not, they're a little more experimental in relative speaking to what Carpenter and Daniel Davies and Cody Carpenter did for these 3 movies. And then track 25 is What Did You Do? That, of course, when Allison comes home and finds poor Corey is done for. And that is the last of the 10 new tracks on Halloween Ends Extended Edition. And of course, the new music is the main attraction, but collectors are going to have so much fun adding these vinyls and even the CDs to your collection. I'm still a CD guy myself. I haven't gotten my expanded edition yet, but I figured I'd pull out here's my original HK CD here. Yeah, I'm a 90s guy, so I still do CDs. How are you going to purchase these? Are you going to purchase these? Have you purchased these? And purchasing or not, have you been blasting them on Spotify like I have? All day today, I was literally listening to these 35 new tracks. And of course, there is the reissue of the Halloween Ends Extended Edition, but with all new artwork as well, and part of that box set as well. But I figured for tonight's purposes, I really just wanted to focus in on that brand new music. And again, as I've said many times, what a gift to have new music by John Carpenter in these films, in these most recent Halloween films. I mean, absolutely one of the, if not the best part about the most recent trilogy, if you ask me. But you guys, give me your thoughts on all of this and all of this wonderful new music that we have to kick off October and our Halloween season with. Definitely on my playlist starting now. Hey everybody, show many different designs are available, many different styles, colors, all sizes, including the original HDN Classic, our special Triple M crew design for the Michael Myers Monday regulars out there, and our brand new What Would John Carpenter Do design. All of these are available, like I said, multiple sizes, colors, and styles on t-shirts. And that's not all. We've got other merch available like mugs and stickers and lots of other cool stuff. Check it out now at the merch link in the description of this video. All right, we are back live. It is Michael Myers Monday, October 6th, 2025. And now, before we get into our main news story of the night, which is a couple of big updates regarding the Halloween video game, we're going to go ahead and take a few minutes and watch a flashback video. I figured since we're talking about HK and HNs, and I had to bust out my shirt for the occasion with the soundtracks. I've been listening to them all day. I wanted to play something that kind of tied in with those in some way, and also just celebrates our time here at Michael Myers Monday Live. Like specifically you guys, the crew, the regular crew, the new blood, everybody that joins us here for Michael Myers Monday. And so I picked out a live stream from one of last year's most epic, most monumental, most historic Michael Myers Monday live broadcasts of all time, when Oscar winner, special effects legend Christopher Nelson joined us live. So this clip is about 8 minutes long, and it is Christopher Nelson talking about deleted scenes from Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, and even more specifically, the Silver Shamrock masks and how they were originally going to be featured in Ends, and in the end specifically of Ends. Check out this clip, and then after we're done here tonight, if you've never watched the full conversation, definitely check that out. That was epic. That was awesome. One of my favorite live streams we ever did here. So check that out if you haven't already. But for now, enjoy this clip. I'm still going to be right here lurking in the live chat, just resting my voice for just a minute, and then we're going to come back and we're going to dig into all the latest news and updates on the Halloween video game, including the release date, our first look at actual gameplay footage, and more. I'll see you in about 8 minutes. Until then, enjoy this flashback from just over a year ago, September of 2024, with the great Christopher Nelson. One of my favorite things about these recent movies, and you're wearing the shirt, and I didn't know you were going to wear the shirt, but the fact that you guys brought the Silver Shamrock masks into this version of canon, this Michael universe here. And I just love how they're used. I mean, it's subtle, especially in 18. It's like really subtle just for us, hardcore fans. And then it's a little more prevalent in Kills. But I love that. And by the way, I interviewed all three of those kids that wore them in Kills. We had all three of them on at the time the movie came out. It was so cool. I called them the Silver Shamrock trick-or-treaters. Right. I mean, who else gets to go prank the Myers house and trick or treat in the Silver Shamrock masks? I mean,
amazing.
But I'm always curious. Like, at what point did like when was it first suggested that we need to bring these masks in? Like, when was that first voiced? How did that begin? And was there any hesitancy or whatever at any point, or was everybody just like, yeah, that makes sense. Let's throw them in there.
I don't really know. I mean, I know it came up in 2018 and it was a thing that we were, it really wasn't a big deal. It wasn't, it was like, there's these trick-or-treaters and they're running around, and wouldn't it be cool if they had silver shamrock masks on? And so I owned those 3 masks that we used in the movie. Those are my masks. And they were like, wouldn't it be cool if some of the trick-or-treaters had silver shamrock masks on? And I was like, well, I own those. I can have them sent out. Had them sent out, and we just, we just put them on and shot it. It wasn't really, there wasn't a whole lot of thought on. I mean, they had to get clearance for it. I know that, copyright clearance and stuff like that. But we just shot it. There wasn't a whole lot of thought other than the clearance and stuff getting into it. Now, Halloween Kills, there was a little more thought to it. I mix up all 3 movies, to be honest with you, because there's so many versions of scripts that I read, and so many different things. I think it was Halloween Ends that was supposed to have, it was Halloween Ends. We were supposed to have a lot more Silver Shamrock in that movie. There was a whole storyline based on Silver Shamrock in Halloween Ends, and it was and part of the Silver Shamrock, the new Silver Shamrock mask, was that scarecrow mask that Corey wears, the cat mask that Allison wears, and the Wolfman mask that the little kid wears before he falls down the stairs. Those were all supposed to be considered Silver Shamrock masks. And I had designed I think I designed about 10 new Silver Shamrock masks, and that we were going to use for the movie. In one version of the script where there was a Silver Shamrock factory was in the movie, actually. And they were, and Allison went to a store and there were Silver Shamrock masks and stuff, and that's where she got the cat mask and the scarecrow mask and stuff. It was supposed to be new Silver Shamrock masks. And then there was a version where at the end of Ends, you're in the Silver Shamrock factory and they're churning out Michael Myers masks and they're boxing them. And my buddy, actually, Sean Clark, was supposed to be cameo in that scene and packaging Mike Myers mask. And but for whatever reason, the script got changed and budgets and things like that. So we ended up not doing any of that. But Silver Shamrock had a big part in Halloween Ends, actually, at one point, which was really cool, which I was excited about, so I don't know, who knows? Who knows what could have been? But also too, there was a version of Halloween Kills that half the movie was 78. I read a script of Halloween Kills that half the movie was in 1978.
Oh wow!
And it was cool. It was so awesome. I mean, I couldn't be more excited about it. But because of budget restraints and how much it costs to make something look 1978 and stuff, they dwindled down to what it ended up being is a flashback in Kills, which I'm super proud of. I love the flashback in Kills. I think it's awesome. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean one of the best sequences in all 3 of the movies for sure. I mean everybody loves that flashback. Just curious though, when it was going to be half the movie, like as far as story points, was it still going to be relatively the same story points, but just a more detailed?
It went into it went into more of the night of like younger Laurie and Hawkins. Hawkins, the cop, and their relationship. It went into that a lot, and how they first met, and like what their relationship was, and Michael Myers doing things after he gets up after falling off the balcony.
Right.
A piece of what did he do after he got up and walked away.
Yeah.
You know, while Laurie is dealing with the cops, which is Hawkins and stuff. It was really cool. I was as a Halloween fan, I was jacked, man. I was like, this is going to be awesome. But sadly, it did not come to fruition. So.
Well, at least we did get that awesome flashback sequence that we did get, though. At least we got that taste of it. And it's fascinating to hear what, like you said, what if, what could have been, and then also with ends. And I remember you that reminds me that you posted a while back some of those masks that were going to be the Silver Shamrocks. You posted some of your art that were going to be and all the ones you said, and then there were some other ones on there too, I think. Yeah. That again, as a big Halloween 3 fan, and just I love the Silver Shamrock masks in general. Yeah, I think that would have been just icing on top.
Yeah.
And even that last scene, because I had heard about that. I think David Gordon Green had said that there was a scripted scene that it was going to have that mask be the Michael mask. I mean, be a Silver Shamrock at the end. Which, again, maybe some people wouldn't have liked it, but I for one, if that had been, I mean, I do like the ending the way it ends. I mean, but if that had been like the final, even like the after the credits, oh my god, that would have just mind melted. But it is cool that in I guess in my canon anyway, hearing you say this, the Corey mask, the Allison mask, you can't see it, but I got the cat over there, I got the Scarecrow over here, Silver Shamrocks, and the Michael one, they're all Silver Shamrocks to me.
Yeah. Same here. To me, they're Silver Shamrocks. So.
All right, we are back live. Michael Myers Monday, October 6, 2025. If you haven't watched that full interview with the great Christopher Nelson, it was an interview. It was also a public Q&A with the Triple M crew that night. So check that out if you haven't already elsewhere on the channel. It was such a fun time. The biggest news definitely in Haddonfield at the moment, as many of you are well aware, is of course the Halloween video game, the long-awaited, much anticipated. I can't think of a better adjective than that. It is so highly anticipated, and very discussed right now, I guess, as well. Very discussed in just the horror sphere, the game sphere, just every wherever the shape lurks. It's all anybody can talk about. So since our last gathering, we've got some exciting news about the Halloween video game, starting with the headline being that we now have an official release date, and that would be September 8th, 2026. Ilphonic has officially made the announcement that that's the date, so it's going to be out for your entire Halloween season 2026. We're all going to be in virtual Haddonfield enjoying this game and getting to walk in Michael's boots behind the mask. And that's what we also have some exciting new details about. We talked before about how in the game, Ilphonic uh, has kind of let us know. We talked in our previous report that they let us know how um, that Michael was going to have this ability, basically supernatural ability to appear and disappear. And now we know a little bit more about that thanks to the official gameplay and release date trailer. And that is what we will take a look at here in just a minute. And here we go. We are going to take a look at the official gameplay, extended gameplay first look trailer. And this was released a few days ago as we're recording this. But we've not discussed it here until now. And so there we get a look at Michael as he'll appear in the game. And you will be able to play as Michael. You'll be able to play as other citizen characters. They describe them. They've not indicated that they're going to be any other actual characters from the films yet, although we have seen some stills that very much suggest that one of the characters could be Laurie Strode, at least the game's version of Laurie Strode, if not by name exactly. Of course, Michael, the motion capture performed by Nick Castle along with TJ Storm. He's the actor and stuntman that did the motion capture performance, working with Nick Castle to capture the essence of the shape, the original shape from '78. This is not the James Jude Courtney most recent sequel shape. This is supposed to be the 21-year-old 1978 shape specifically, and so we'll go through the trailer just a little bit more. There's the Myers house, a beautiful shot of the Myers house. We've seen some stills of that before, and these images of Michael just look great to me. I mean, not just the mask. I think that looks good. The hair of the mask, looks great. But the placement, the shadows here, like lurking over his shoulders, and just all the backdrops, all the fall foliage that we see everywhere, and of course for all of us hardcore fans, all these extra little details that we'll all recognize. It got the opening credits. Pumpkin, naturally. This, of course, an Unreal Engine 5 game. And we've talked before about how they're going to take us to corners of Haddonfield that we've known existed, but we've never seen on film. And that's going to be, I think, probably one of the most exciting things for us hardcore fans of the film, specifically that know the film's inside and out. We're going to get like that. I believe is the kitchen of the Myers house. I'm thinking, because it has that feeling of the opening of the film. Now they say here that it's randomized townsfolk. Um, uh, they're going to be sliced and diced by Michael as you're playing as Michael, or there are certain civilian hero characters you can play as. Now, here is where it gets really interesting. We talked about that ability for Michael to disappear and reappear like he does in the films. Well, we now have an official term for it. They call it shape jump. That's what they call it, shape jump. And you're going to see an example of what it looks like in the game here in just a second. I describe it as almost like Michael doing the Predator when the Predator becomes invisible. Watch this. That is a great shot of Michael in the game there. There's the shape jump. He becomes literally like a shadow. Um, and there he is when he's invisible to the naked eye during this shape jump ability. This is so unique. And again, I mean, I totally get what they're going for, and I think it's going to be very interesting to be able to see how players and how everybody uses this and how it actually plays out in the game. Needless to say, the everything I'm seeing looks great. I love the jack o' lanterns. That's another interesting shot of Michael in shape jump mode. Everybody else becomes he's like in shadow zone. It's very very weird. But again, this is going to be just a huge feature of this game, and I think it's going to be one of the defining characteristics of the game. Now, here are some of the civilian hero characters. We don't know their names yet, but they are also going to be playable. And Ilphonic has said that the single player mode is designed to be played first. Actually, they want you to play that before playing the multiplayer version because, in their minds, the single player mode is designed to make you a better shape, a better Michael Myers, so you can learn it so that when you are in multiplayer, you'll be better. So that's the idea. There, it's almost like two games. One, the multiplayer is almost the sequel. Um, this being set in 1978, finding an active phone is going to be a challenge, according to the narration in this. Now, they say, let's go back to this. They say that while you can put him down, you can't, of course, kill the boogeyman. And we have this great shot of Michael doing his classic sit up, his iconic sitting up right there after getting shot in an alley. Um, so that suggests that no matter whatever happens to Michael, he is going to regenerate, rejuvenate, and sit back up, stand back up, and keep coming just like he does in the movies. Because, as we all know, you can't kill the boogeyman. And everything we see in that game looks just really great to me. Um, and it ends with the reveal of the September 8th, 2026 release date. So we knew it was 2026. We had heard that it was going to be late 2026, and now we know specifically it is September 8th, 2026. So really right time to kick off your official Halloween season in 2026. Now, since that trailer dropped, we also got even more details in a new article on the official game website, HalloweenGame.com. And this from Ilphonic, how they are going to leverage the gameplay to capture the classic feeling of Halloween. And this is even more in depth on what they are talking about with this shape jump and with this embodying of Michael Myers. They're talking about stealth isn't only important for Michael either. The heroes of Haddonfield must remain careful and quiet while attempting to rescue their neighbors from the boogeyman's sinister embrace. Generating excessive noise, being reckless with a flashlight, or even carelessly escorting residents could force players into an unwanted encounter with Michael. So, they're essentially saying here that if you're playing one of these hero characters and trying to rescue the non-playable citizens, even then you have to be stealthy like Michael. You have to be sneaking around and not make too much noise. Here's a great image of just a classic Haddonfield 78 scene, really. Here's what Jordan Mathewson, design director at Ilphonic, said, quote, "A multi-perspective approach to stealth helped us build an entirely new flow of mechanics between characters. Michael uses it to expertly stalk his victims while staying out of sight, and the victims use it to avoid the shape's terrifying presence. Regardless of which side you're on, you'll quickly learn how to best use these systems to your advantage." And again, that's why they recommend playing the single player version first to learn how to do all of this most effectively. They also talked in that trailer about capturing the essence of the 1978 film through the whole aesthetic, including like decor and the wallpapers and the TV sets and the phones, the wall phones that you would see circa 1978. And from what we've seen, it looks like they've succeeded in that. Jordan goes on to share, quote, "We understood quickly that the foundations of the gameplay needed to revolve around the progression of power and tension to match the movie. The actions of players, especially Michael, become the driving force of terror throughout each match as intensity grows." So this sounds insanely awesome to me. The fact that we're going to be able to play as Michael Myers is great enough. And then, this ability, while it is kind of weird to see Michael go Predator stealth mode, um, he does have that ability in the movies unexplainably. And I love the fact that you're going to have to literally be sneaking around to not draw the shape's attention. So now the countdown is officially on, less than a year away. I mean, as we're recording this, we're pretty much exactly 11 months away, 11 months and one day as we're recording this, until the release, the September 8th, 2025 release of Halloween, the video game. I can't wait. What do you guys think? What's your favorite part of the new trailer? What are you liking that you're seeing? What do you don't like? If you don't like what you're seeing, here's another shot of Michael from that gameplay. There's another one there. All right, let me hear from you guys right now in the comments below on everything we've talked about. If you're watching this on a replay, and right now in the live chat, if you are hanging with us here on Michael Myers Monday Live, let's turn over to the live chat right now and see what's up. David said, "I would have thought Smith's Grove would be in the game." Oh, it's definitely going to be in the game. I mean, I don't know for sure, but they did show a still. They released a still of the outside of it. So I certainly do think we're going to get the inside of that. I think, like I said, places like that, we're definitely getting the inside of the Rabbit in Red. So I would think Smith's Grove, oh yeah, that's going to be a major place where a lot could happen. I mean, you could have so many lunatics in the Smiths Grove, honestly. All right. Team Wolf says, "I hope the future map is Smiths Grove." Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Smiths Grove. I think that's definitely going to be in there for sure. David's gonna get a new PC just to play it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to too, man. I'm gonna have to do something. That probably makes more sense for me than to get the whole PS5 just for that. Um, I do need a new PC. Yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome, and I think I remember when the Friday 13th game was released. Um, and again, I know that a lot of people are still worried and have expressed a lot of worry about it being gun media and what happened with the Friday the 13th game and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. But again, it's been reiterated over and over that, Gunn is a financial partner in this, but they are not the lead developer. That is Ilphonic. They're the lead developer. And Ilphonic also does the Predator game, and so that again would explain to me why the shape jump mode, at least to my eyes, reminds me a little bit of Predator. But by the way, I love that new Badlands trailer that just dropped today. Right, can't wait for that. I just finally watched Killer of Killers. It was awesome, and I loved Alien Earth too. Anyway, I digress. All right, give me your thoughts on everything we've talked about here tonight. Right now in the live chat. All right, we are going to do a couple of shout outs right now, some social shout outs. We do this every time we gather because Michael Myers Monday is just a little hashtag that we started back in 2013 just to celebrate our favorite fictional movie serial killer, and wouldn't you know it, it just took on life of its own, and now everybody just kind of makes their memes and their gifs and uses it for whatever they need, whether it's attacking the week, attacking your Monday, like Michael would attack, or oh my god, you're feeling like your week and your Monday's attacking you the way the shape would attack you. Either way, it works. So let's start off here with where are we at? We are on good old Twitter, aka X. This is posted by Ghosts and Nerds. How I took all of my calls on the first Monday of October. Hope you all had a great Michael Myers Monday. I dig it. Same. Jumping over to the TikTok. This is posted by the Cheshire Path. And they are celebrating Rob Zombie's remake. And now let's jump over to the sky that is blue. Blue sky with Ross Silly wishing us all a good morning and a marvelous Michael Myers Monday. And I see this account all the time, every week, posting Michael Myers Monday content. This is an oldie but a goodie. But we see you. We appreciate you. Happy Michael Myers Monday, Ross Silly. All right, let's jump over to the Gram, and we were tagged in this. Our buddy Smith's Grove Sanitarium. Check this out. He's asking, do these kids deserve it or not? Oh, let's see if we can play. There it is. And then here comes Michael. That is awesome that he got the POV. He was like pretending to be a spirit animatronic, and he actually fooled these young girls, and he's asking if they deserve it or not. What do you guys think? That is hilarious. That is good. Here's another one that he posted. At a convention. I love it. It's the Myers can. It's pretty great. That's awesome. Yes. Kids love the shape. All right. Another one from the Gram and our friend and yours, the great Dig Farrick at Great Dig Official. He is doing something really cool kicking off his October. He is dropping these original paintings that are inspired by each of his kills in Halloween 07. Speaking of Halloween 07, very interesting project. And he's also got a new Halloween themed song that he's going to be dropping this month that he's been hyping up on his socials. So very excited for all that. And last but not least, the great Tyler Main shared this on his Instagram today. Said actual footage of me getting out the Halloween decorations this year. He says, I still can't remember watching this scene in the theater for the first time. Can remember watching this scene in the theater for the first time. and response when the mask came out and the music played. Amazing. Thank you, Rob Zombie. Still gives me chills thinking about it. You guys remember this moment, this amazing moment. Tyler says, Happy Michael Myers Monday, everyone. How goes the Halloween prep? Big plans this year. 25 days to go. Oh, yes. Such an epic moment in that film. I remember that too, seeing it in theater for the first time. So great. Tyler always sharing awesome Michael Myers Monday content. We love him. And Dig and James, Jude Courtney shared a lot of good stuff. Of course, Christopher Nelson. All these guys always getting into the Michael Myers Monday spirit. And it's always awesome when it's actually one of the shapes themselves. So awesome. That is our program for this evening. I'm going to check into the live chat one more time tonight, and then I'm going to get out of here and go get some rest. It has been a long week, guys, with our a long couple of weeks with our film festival wrapping up this weekend. Halloween. I'm not even got the whole house decorated yet. I got to get on it. I'm so late and slack this year. It's been on. It's almost the 7th of October now. Oh my God, I gotta get out there and get finished. But I gotta take a nap first. So Tim's asking if I have any Halloween 3 masks for sale. No, unfortunately, we are all sold out of the H3 masks. Unfortunately, I had to keep one of each for myself. But yeah, we're out of stock of those at the moment. We do have some of the H3 vintage style wall decor though in stock. It's awesome, and maybe a scare freshener or two of the Silver Shamrock masks, but not too much H3 left in stock right now. Let's see. David says Happy Halloween. Super, you rock, man. Teen Wolf, if it was open world, they could set up a side guest based on the different timelines. Oh yeah, side quests. I mean, we talked a few weeks ago. Ryan Freeman did respond on Instagram to a ton of comments about the game, and one was about if they would ever incorporate elements from the sequels. And I forget his exact response, but he didn't say no. He basically said no comment, which, if it's not a no, then that really, is kind of as close to a yes as we could get without it being a straight up yes. So I think they definitely want to launch it with it being 78. There really is so much they could do with 78. That's what I think is the coolest. Is we're going to see like the garage. We're going to see Smith's Grove, as we've talked about. We're going to see Rabbit and Red. We're going to see inside Laurie's house, other areas of Michael's house, all of that stuff. Inside the high school, possibly. I could see that happening too. So I think that's going to be awesome. David, thank you so much for saying that you enjoyed the stream. Thank you, Dave, Super as well. You rock, man. All of you rock. This has been great. Like I said, my hope, my plan is that every Monday through October, we will be here talking about the latest Michael Myers related news and updates, and maybe have some fun flashbacks. And you never know what else we might get into. And if it's not a big news week, well, I've got a list of some cool topics that we can get into as well. And I think it was Teen Wolf mentioned a Triple M playlist. I put a link down in the description to my Spotify playlist of Michael Myers songs. It's all songs that are either about Michael Myers or at least mention Michael Myers in a shout out somewhere in it. Check it out. And I will post it here in the live chat before I get out of here tonight. So check that out. It's a public playlist on my Spotify, so you'll enjoy that. And let me know what I missed. I've probably missed some too, but there's a lot of good ones on there as well. But yeah, we do need a dedicated Triple M specific playlist. You guys start thinking about that. All right, guys, this has been awesome. Happy October. Happy Halloween. Happy Michael Myers Monday. You guys rock. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. And happy Michael Myers Monday. Good night, Haddonfield.